Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for July 13th of 2025 is titled Planetary Nebula Mz3, the Ant Nebula. So what do we see here? Well, here you see what might look like a large ant crawling through space, but is actually a planetary nebula. Now, a planetary nebula is the end state of a star much like our own sun. And as it reaches the end of its life, the outer layers are expelled out into space. And what we see then is a white dwarf star, the compact core of the star left behind at the center, and the outer layers expanding outward into space. Now, the question here is why this one has such an unusual shape, and planetary nebulae are known for having a wide variety of shapes. With the process I just described, you might kind of think it would be a spherical cloud around this, so we should see a ring shape looking at it. And that does happen sometimes. The famous Ring Nebula is an example of a planetary nebula that looks much like this. However, we also see planetary nebulae with much more unusual structures such as this one. And we don't know exactly why it is shaped this way, but there are a couple of different things that are thought about. One is that it might be a binary system, so it's not just the one star there, but there could be another star orbiting it, and the fact that there are two stars orbiting changes the physics that are going on at the center, and could give us this type of double-lobed pattern that we see. Another one is that the spin of that star, the way it spins and its magnetic field, force the gas into the patterns that we see here. Now, we don't know for sure which of those it is, or if it's something completely different than both. However, it is one of the things that this star seems to be very similar to our sun. Therefore, we're looking at what the future of our sun could possibly be. So if this truly is just a single star, this could be what our solar system would look like billions of years from now after the sun has exhausted its fuel. Of course, since we don't know for sure, our solar system could end up looking completely different from this. But one thing that we do know for sure is that our sun will end its life as a planetary nebula, that it will have the core will collapse downward into something about the size of Earth, which contains most of the mass of that star, and that's what we call the white dwarf at the center. And then the outer layers will be expelled out in some pattern, which we don't know for sure yet, and that will become the nebula portion that will be seen. And that is a very short-lived phase of the life of a star, maybe a few tens of thousands of years. And while that may seem like a long time to us, it is actually very short when we look at the many billion-year lifespan of stars like our own sun. So that was our picture of the day for July 13th of 2025. It was titled Planetary Nebula Mz3, the Ant Nebula. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Twisted Galaxy. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.